Well, it looks like Minnesota decided to come out and play the second half. Don't know why, but I guess kudos to them for coming out, for actually coming out on the, coming out to the second half and playing the second half. So it's 1st and 10. We get the ball to start the half. I'm sure Ryan Day coached up our team during the halftime speech. And it should be smooth sailing. We don't even need to row our boat. You know, we have a sail. And that wind is pushing that sail. And we're going really, really fast down the river. So while they're rowing, we're miles ahead. But we turn off. But Minnesota is keep rowing straight into that waterfall I keep bringing up. 2nd and 9 here. Sane goes back to pass. He's scrambling a little bit. He throws a dime, another nickel. Actually, that wasn't a dime. That was a nickel from Tate, and Tate with the toe tap. Really good with staying in. They're looking at it. He was in for sure. Our team is coming out halftime just doing what we're supposed to be doing. They're looking at it. I don't know what they're looking at. Yeah, he was in. They're trying to say that he might have stepped out of bounds right there. But that was an excellent catch by Tate. He just stretches out his body and catches the ball. So they looked at it a little bit, and yeah, it was a catch in the bounds. Sane goes back to pass again. Throws it to the tight end. Always good for, man. Klein. However you pronounce his name. I think it's Klein. But Sane, man, he's just coming out, second half starting strong. This is what I like to see, man. Keep that clock moving. Keep the ball going down the field. Everyone staying consistent, doing their job. Peoples is in as running back. He should easily pick up this first down. Hand off to him. Nope, there's a flag down. I guess they got us for false start. Yeah, they got us for false start. Whoop-de-freaking-do, refs. They feel this sorry for Minnesota that they got to come and give us a false flag. Okay, well, that's fine. They can throw all the flags they want to on us, but it's not going to help Minnesota. Because, again, this game is already over. 2nd and 6. Sane goes past the pass. Throws it right to the tight end again. The tight end, he's just getting open. No matter what route we give him, he's just getting open. I don't know if they just forgot about him or what, but Minnesota at least tried to defend. I mean, I know he's big, but still. And I kept calling him Klein or Klein. I think it's Claire. I don't know, guys. I'm going to stop trying to guess his name. All I can tell you is that it starts with a K. That's all I can tell you. Oh, they did get us for a couple of lost yards, but whatever, not a big deal. We still should be able to get the first down. Ryan Day's shaking his head. He's like, what did we just talk about during halftime? 49-1 versus unranked opponents. Look at that record. That's pretty good. Oh, that is good. 49-1? Yeah. 2nd and 11. Oh, that was totally a misread. I don't know. We might have to punt the ball on this drive. Sane looked one way, and the running back, he went the other way. Peoples. He went one way, and Sane was trying to hand the ball off to him the other way. That was a misread play right there. probably going to have to go back to the drawing board on that. Look that play over so we can get that play down. That was just a mishap. I think maybe Peoples was the one that went the wrong way. Maybe Sane was the one that went the right way. Because our coach was talking to Peoples about possibly going the right way. So I don't think that was on Sane. I think that was on Peoples. Right now, there is a flag down on this play. Sane's just going to get a couple of yards. Where's the flag on that? Where's the late hit? Where's the late hit, ref? There's a flag down, but that was before this happened. Sane absolutely got hit late out of bounds. He was already out of bounds the time the Minnesota player came over and hit him. Where's the flag on that? They should have threw a flag on that also. That should be easy 15 yards right there for us. But I think the flag that they threw before that happened is on us. Yes, it's a holding call. So we're backed up 5 yards. But they did not throw a flag on that play. And he was definitely hit out of bounds. He was out of bounds. Come on, ref. You can tell at this point in the game, the refs feel sorry for Minnesota. So they're just going to be like, yeah, Minnesota, we're just going to try to help you out the best we can. But no matter how many flags they throw against us trying to help Minnesota out, it's not going to be enough. Minnesota has already lost this game. Now it's 3rd and 22. I would throw a deep pass down the field to Tate or Smith in this situation. And that looks like we're going to do. Go, same running. He's looking for somebody open. I don't know what that play call was. I do not know what that play call was. Smith, he didn't even run down the field. We probably has a Heisman contender, and we didn't give him a chance to get the ball to throw it down deep. I did not like that play call whatsoever. Our players were just all over the field on that play call. Should have threw it deep. Maybe we get lucky and get a pass interference call and get an easy first down. But no, that play call was just all over the place. Throw it deep. Come on. We got the wide receivers. Why are we throwing it deep on that? But whatever. We had to punt the ball away. Excellent coverage. If we can get him down. He's still going. Okay, we finally brought him down. Excellent coverage by our special teams right there, but man, I did not like that play call. There is another flag down. What are we going to have to repunt again? I don't know. Let's wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, let's hear from the ref. What is that flag on?
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 4. The penalty is half the distance to the goal.
Finally, they make a good call. A penalty block on the back. So they're going to be starting all the way back, probably at their goal line. I'm not sure how far that moves them, but they did have to move back 10 yards. So finally, the ref makes a sensible, reasonable call. Yeah, I also forgot to mention that we also have Colorado and TCU tied up at the half. Well, I think I mentioned that in the second quarter now that I think about it. But Miami and Florida State, 14-3. I don't know if Florida State has it in them to beat Miami. I hope that they do. But that's probably not going to happen. That's probably just wishful thinking on my end. Excuse me. But, you can hope in one hand and do number 2 in the other and see which one fills up. We'll see which one you get faster, That's like an old-time saying that people back in the oldie days used to say. But Cincinnati did get a huge win over Iowa State too. 38-30. That was a huge win for that program. Cincinnati is an underdog team that I think can make the playoffs. There's a lot more slots now, obviously, so I think Cincinnati is a team to watch out for. I'm totally convinced they could easily get into the playoffs. With 2 losses, I don't know. That's a mighty high mountain to climb. But if they win out, they absolutely probably will get in the playoffs. But they got a big, huge win under a recently undefeated Iowa State team. But they're not undefeated anymore. But just a huge win for Cincinnati, for that entire program right there. What can I root for Cincinnati? Because listen, they're an Ohio team. And I want all of our Ohio teams to do good. Unless they're playing my Buckeyes. Then you can go ahead and eat the L. But if you're not playing against us, yeah, I'll root for you. I hope that, I hope that they do get in. I think that would be pretty cool to see Cincinnati get in. Now, with all that said, do I think they're actually going to make the playoffs? Probably not. They're probably going to take some more L's down the road against better opponents. I'm not saying Iowa's an okay team. Like, they're a good, decent team, but Iowa State ain't all that. And a bag of chips with some dip in the middle. But who knows if they'll make it or not. But nonetheless, they just did get a big, huge win this weekend over a top-ranked team. So, good for them. It's 2nd and 11. Minnesota is backed up on their side of the field, right at their goal line almost. It looks like they're just trying to get some room, but there is nowhere to run for their running back. They might even just hand the ball off again just to try to get some extra yards just to allow their punter some room just to have some space to kick it. But, I mean, he's got plenty of room right now, honestly. But they might want to try to give him more room just to feel comfortable. So they might not even throw the football here. They just might run it. But, I mean, if I'm Minnesota, I'm throwing the football. I don't know why you would run it. Basically, at that point, you're just accepting your fate, if they run it. But it don't look like – I think they're going to go for a pass play. Yeah, they are going for a pass play. It's well defended. We stopped them right there. 4th down. Let's go. Good job, D. No flags on the play. Well covered. Well covered by our corner. That's what I like to see, man. Yep, we was running with him. He did grab him, but in college football, if you look back for the football while you're entangled with the wide receiver of the other team, that does not count as a flag because you're looking back at the football. Now, if our corner didn't look back for the football, then that probably would have been a flag. But he played it right. And for whatever reason, he goes back with the shuffle pass. What was that? Go! What was that? What was that? Oh, no. What was that? Oh, wow. Totally caught me off guard. Totally caught me by surprise with the punt return. Number 1, I don't know his last name. So number 1 had the ball, but then he tossed it back. I did not expect that from our players, but that was a good play because it gave us extra few yards. That would really have good field advantage, but I did not expect that. I did not see that coming at all. Wow. That was an excellent play by our kick returner right there, man. And now we got the ball really close at their yard line. We're just going to score again, man. We're just going to score again. I mean, I don't know what more to say other than that. But that totally just, wow, that was really good. So it is 1st and goal. And I don't know what else to say, so maybe I shouldn't even just say it. Maybe I should just zip, lock it, throw away. But no, I need to say something, even if it's la 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 doo-doo, P-U, Pikachu. I don't know. I'm just saying random things at this point. But no, wow. What an excellent... That was a play that I did not see coming from our own punt return, man. We're unique. Sometimes we'll surprise even our fans. And the Buckeyes just surprised, which I believe I am the number one. I'm their favorite friend, their best fan. Okay, I love Ohio State Buckeyes. I'll do anything for the Ohio State Buckeyes, even if it means murder. Okay, no, I'm not gonna murder nobody. Okay, murder's bad. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mackey. Okay, yeah, don't want to do that. I'm not gonna do that, but I do believe I am the number one best Ohio State fan. I'm number one. I'm their biggest fan ever since I started watching my Buckeyes. But I honestly believe that I'm the number one biggest fan, man. I love being a Buckeye. I love my team, man. I'll ride or die with this team. Even if we lost every single game of the season, it's still my team. I'm a diehard fan. I'm not a bandwagon fan. Even though, hey, if your team sucks, come join the best team in the nation. We're always taking bandwagon fans. Yeah, they abandoned us when times get rough. But, they're still welcome when we're dominating like we're doing right now. So, hey, come on over. Let us give you a big hug, a big, huge bear hug. But that's how you know that I'm a diehard fan because, again, if we didn't win any game for a whole season, which is never, ever going to happen, but, if it did happen, yeah, I still would be a Ohio State fan. I'm not going to leave my team for nothing. And called on the field they're looking at the call on the field. Let's hear from the ref. Okay, well, we missed it, but they called it a touchdown. So we did get another touchdown. Let's go. While I was just rambling on, we got another touchdown, and they were reviewing it to see if he actually crossed the plane, and he did cross the goal line. So just another touchdown. Now it's 28-3, pending the extra point. Like I already said, I don't even know why Minnesota, and I'm actually surprised that they actually did decide to play the second half. I didn't think that they would do it. I really didn't think they'd come out. I mean, the wise choice would obviously be like, no, we just forfeit. But they wanted to show up. They wanted to try to make a run at it, and we just shut that down very quickly. Long night for Minnesota. We're doing exactly what we are supposed to be doing. Couldn't ask for anything better, man. This is an excellent night, a fun night, an energized night, and I can hear them all the way from Columbus cheering, baby. Let's go, Buckeyes. Woo! Yeah, absolutely, man. Woo, just, wow. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Putting a little salt in their wound, you know what I mean? Putting a little salt in there. When it rains, it pours. And Minnesota is finding out that at the shoe, it pours a lot. They probably need an umbrella, ay, ay, ay. Under my umbrella, Ella, eh, 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 eh. It's raining. Ooh, baby, it's raining. Let's go. That's Minnesota players. Let's go, man. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. When you know that your team should be playing at a certain level every single game, and when they actually reach that certain level and play that way in a game, you love to see it, man. You just love to see it. You really do. Because that lets you know that our players are taking practice seriously, They're taking everything the coaching staff is saying to them seriously, and they're using their words and what our coaches are teaching them, and they're taking it to heart, man. And they're taking it with them to every single game. Just not through football even, just through life in general. You know, just the life advice that our coaches give our players, just not for the game of football, but for life. And that sticks with them after, the college years are over and they move on with their lives. That'll stay with them, man. And those are the important values that we like to store in our Ohio State players, man. That value of just being a strong person, being a good person, loving your neighbor. Just loving people in general. When I said that, that's what I meant by that, by loving your neighbor. Just being nice to everybody, and just focusing on your goals and your dreams and not letting nobody stop you and get in your way, and just be continuously, just be a good person in society, and much more with those values, be respectful to your elders, be kind, work hard at what you want, and you can accomplish that in life. Values like that and so much more that just go beyond the game of football for our Ohio State players that they're going to carry with them for the rest of their lives, man. Hard work effort, being aggressive whenever you want something in life, just going for it, being aggressive and staying in that moment, and just focusing on what you're doing in the moment and not what's down the road, because you can't control the future. You can't change the past. So you can only focus on the moment that you're in, right? You can change the outcome. Now you can change the outcome of your future for better or for worse. But that's because of that moment that you're actually living in. Focus on that, because the things in the past are the things in the past. There's nothing you can do to change it. It is. It just is. So if you just dwell on the past, you're going to be stuck in the past and you ain't going to have no future. And that's what our Ohio State players are. Some of the values that our coaches bring to our players, just not in the game of football, but of life. And those are important values too. I think Eddie Griffith, he still shows up to the games. There's a lot of old-time players that actually still show up to our games. Ezekiel Elliott, too, I think he shows up to our games. Troy Smith, he showed up to a couple games, I know. Seen him on TV there. What is Troy Smith doing? Is Troy Smith still in the NFL? I don't know. I don't know if he's still in the NFL or not. I wonder if he is. I wonder if CJ Stroud. I think, CJ, I don't know which team he's playing for right now in the NFL, but I know he is still in the NFL. Ezekiel Elliott, I know last I heard he was playing with Dak Prescott on the Dallas Cowboys. That's the last I've heard of him playing on the NFL. I don't know if he's still playing for the Cowboys or not, but I know he's still in the NFL. If he's not on the Cowboys team, he's definitely on somebody else's team because he's too good not to make a team, Yeah, Colorado, TCU, they're still tied 14-14. Their game's still in the third quarter. I wonder who's winning. I can't look at so many good games on. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. There's just so many good games on tonight. Oh, they're showing a highlight. Oh, yeah, 21-3. Yeah, well, like I said, wishful thinking that Florida State can actually pull off the upset and give Miami their first L this season. Now, Miami's confidence is just going to shoot through the roof, and they're going to think they're such a great team, when actually, no, Miami is not a great team. They're just an overrated team. And when they play somebody good, they're going to figure that out fast. But it's all right. Be cocky, Miami. They're going to get a reality check if they ever play us. We'll show them what the best team in the country looks like and what actually is. There's my boy McDonald, the big fella. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. I did that because his name, McDonald. Yeah, okay. I don't think I got to explain that one. 2nd and 8. He's going back to pass. Throws it. Incomplete. Oh, no. Okay. That was confusing. At first, it went through our player's hands. And I thought he might have caught it, intercepted the ball, but he didn't. The ball went right through his hands. And then the Minnesota wide receiver had it in his hands, but it also went through his hands. Yeah, that was crazy. We almost had the INT. Yeah, number 7, man. Matthews Jr. Oh, yeah, he really wanted that one, man. It's all right, though, bro. You'll get the next one, homie. Don't even sweat it. Just focus on the next play, man. It was just talking about the pass. It is what it is now. Just try to get the next one, you know. Make most of every single opportunity that you get on the football field, man. And just not on the football field, but throughout life. You get an opportunity, take the most out of that opportunity. Especially if you know or if you feel like it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You better just squeeze it like you're squeezing a bunch of lemons and make lemonade. But yeah, he'll get the next one. He almost had it, though. It went right through his hands, like literally. His hands was like, I don't know if I can hear. If I stand up, like he was like right here, and it went like right there. Yeah, man, I don't know why Ryan K keeps serving these guys popcorn on the sideline, especially with butter. Come on. That's the butter. It just slipped. I just ate popcorn. You guys ever seen that from The Longest Yard? That movie's so funny. It slipped. I just ate popcorn. Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Group hug in the shower tonight. Or not. I'm sorry. I broketed your toy. The part where that dude gets his nose broken, I think he did it on purpose. And Chris Tucker, man, he's just hilarious. He's like, nah, it looks fine. You look kind of like a young Michael Jackson. I love little Mikey. I think he did it on purpose. Nah, he didn't do it on purpose. Then I go, Khaled, he's a wrestler. I didn't know if you ever seen The Longest Yard. He's a wrestler. He's a former WWE star. I think he's from like Afghanistan or Iraq. Like, I think so. I could be wrong, but I mean, he looks like it. Not saying people from Iraq. Oh, I'm gonna get myself in trouble trying to explain this. Do I care? No. But he looks like he's from Iraq and Afghanistan is what I'm saying. But he was a huge wrestler by WWE. But I think because of medical reasons, he had to quit. And so WWE paid him money, paid him a payout because his contract was not up when he left. So when he left, WWE still had to pay him whatever they owed him for the rest of his contract because it was in his contract. Because before he got the contract, he had his lawyer look over the contract, and his lawyer noticed that wasn't in there. So the lawyer did his thing, and he got that part in there for the contract. So he got a big, huge payload out by the WWE when he quit. But he was still a good wrestler, man. He'd always hit people with those big boots. Boom! Like right across the face. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Longest Yard is just a funny movie. And 1st and 10, I mean, the whole time I've been talking about Khaled that's in that movie. We just been running the ball down the field. We're doing whatever we want, basically, at this point. We're running the football. We're throwing the football. Minnesota can't do nothing at this point. I mean, they might as well bring on their backups and give them some experience. You know? Because at this point, they're already over that waterfall. Like, they're just going down, 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 down. They'll be all right, though. You know, once they hit the bottom, their boat will be destroyed, but everybody will be fine. But, yeah, this game is pretty much over. We're doing what we want now. I mean, second down right now. The clock is still running. And then you got that big guy from Longest Yard sitting there. Somebody bring me a Diet Coke. You a-holes better not cut me. That movie's so funny. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. You'll get a good laugh. It's a good football movie. It's a remake from the old one. Because there's an older version of it. From, I don't know, like 1980s or maybe 1970s that they made. And this is a remake. Adam Sandler remake. Now, are all Adam Sandler movies funny? Honestly, no. Not all of them. Some of them are actually annoying because I notice a lot with Adam Sandler movie, he recycles the same jokes over and over and over. Especially the reference to Lord of the Rings, like Mr. Frodo or Gandalf, you know, those types of jokes. But some of them are fun. Like, one of his worst movies is Pixels, where the video game come to life sent by aliens. And that was a thing on YouTube. And he just won out the money because they were betting for the rights of it. Once it came out on YouTube, this little short film about games coming to life. Video games from like the 80s and 70s. And he just outbid everybody. He got the rights and he actually turned that into his disaster. That movie's freaking terrible. It's not even funny. It's just annoying watching it for real. But it's 1st and 10. There's only like 10 seconds left. We're just running the ball. We're doing what we want. It's going to get in end zone. He turns the corner. Okay, picked up the first down, though, I believe. I don't know. His hair's in the way. Jackson, 25. See, we keep rotating in and out of our running backs. So that is slightly confusing because then I can't really keep track of who our running back is or what's his name. But that looks like that's the end of the third quarter. We're gearing up for the fourth quarter. This game's already over. At this point in the fourth quarter, we're just going to be playing for style points.